Hello, Umut here. Welcome to another video. Today I have a new goodies from Arteza to show you first, and then I'm going to do an art journal with them. I have two sets of beautiful gouache colors. First of all, this is the metallic gouache colors. It has 12 colors. And as usual, the packaging and everything is very high quality. Let me show you the colors. Here they are when you remove the plastic packaging around it. They are very beautiful, and I will be using these. Here are the colors. I will be using these in my next video. Today I'm going to use the other set. Gouache is a kind of paint that is similar to watercolor, so it works like a watercolor, but it is opaque. And here you can see when you buy from Arteza, you can scan this code for tips, and also for your next purchase. If you scan that code, they give 20% discount in your next purchase. So I just discovered it and wanted to show you anyway. And this is the 60 color amazing set that has every single color that you can imagine, and here they are. I will show you the paints quickly as well. These are some yellows and greens, and these are some pastel colors. Here are the yellows and lime green. These are some lavenders, purples, blue, light ones. These are greens, and these are pinks and purples. And these are other colors and green. I think they are like beige, sienna, and these are other purples, reds, browns, beige, and they have here metallic colors as well. They call it a pearl, pearl red, for example, pearl pink. And to go with those, of course, I have the watercolor notebooks. They are this size, 8 by 12 more or less inches, and they are cloth bound, so the cover is cloth, and they have a strap. The paper is really nice, of course, thick watercolor paper, and I like the texture of it. Actually, it's not so textured and it's not so smooth. And today I'm going to start this notebook to start a new journal and see how it performs together with you. I'm not going to use many supplies, so this is one of them. A paper Artsy Elenazinski Art stamp set with a gorgeous sea scenery with fishes. And I have this stencil from Crafter's Workshop. And let's start with selecting some colors of the gouache set, which I'm going to use today. I turned my journal, the notebook, in this side, so I'm going to use it like a normal spread, not like an A4 size. And this way I'm not going to have the cut in between if it's a double page spread, so it feels more comfortable. And I will see if I like to use the journal like this. In case I will just make it my new journal. Let's see. And to make a torture test, I'm going to spray a lot of water. I selected some colors to make my background, some bright colors like yellow, lime green, pink. This will be my sea. I know it's a bit unconventional, but you will see in the end it will be a really nice colorful sea scenery. I'm just putting a little bit of gouache and then spraying a lot of water to just spread it all around my page. Now a little bit about gouache paints. Gouache paints act like a watercolor. So they are very similar, but they are opaque. So they are an opaque application of watercolors. So if you like watercolors and acrylic paints or oil paints, for example, they are sort of acting like both. They are watercolors. Eventually, when they dry, you can remove back the color and it moves. But it's an opaque application, which makes it very unique and nice. I really like the density of the color, the pigmentation. It's very bright and very good quality, that I can tell. And I sprayed a lot of water on this notebook, you can be sure. Nothing seeped through the spine, which is a very good news, because that's the main issue we have all the time. And the paper, of course, warps, but when it's dry, as you see now, I can easily use it. It's not curling on the edges or anything. Now I'm using some distress oxides to make my background a little bit more interesting with this stencil. I'm going to use it all over with different colors. Today I'm using few supplies to make a journal page, to make it simpler and focus on colors rather than a lot of textures. Also, before I forget, I will tell you I have a discount code for Arteza for anything that you buy from their shops. So I'm going to put the link to their shop, and also I will put the links down below for the products I'm using today. The code is up on the screen, so you can use this code for a discount when you are checking out from the store. And to stamp my images, I decided to use the same kind of paper, because I'm going to use the gouache to color my images. So I took a part of the notebook actually to use the same paper. I know I'm not going to use every single page in this notebook, so I'm going to use a few to stamp my images. And I'm just taking all my images from this paper Artsy set, and I am just stamping with a black ink. I'm using my Memento ink, but I don't know why. It doesn't matter. It could be archival too. I will just press a little bit harder because this paper is a little bit textured. These fish are really cute. They are from, I use digital stamps of Elena, and she draws for, she designs for Paper Artsy too. So these are her physical stamps. And this whale is definitely a favorite, and also the fish there. Let's color them with some vibrant colors. I took a blue and green to mix them together to create like a turquoise color. I am stealing with pride the color scheme on the stamp cover itself, because I think those colors will stand out really well on the background that I created. So I'm just coloring my whale with this turquoise color that I created. As you see, the color is quite dense and opaque. It covers very well. So if you like the effect of watercolors, but also the effects of acrylics, gouache is a very good option to try. I'm just not careful to go beyond the lines, because I'm going to cut this image, and I'm trying to be a little bit darker around the edges, basically trying to give some shading already, because I won't be able to do shadowing around the whale or on the whale easily, because it's watercolor. So I'll use the gouache itself to do it. And I used a little bit yellow to have some variation in the color to make it more interesting. And if you want to remove the color, if it's too dense that you don't like it, just don't go over it again and again. This is also for watercolors. It will warp your paper, and it's better always to dry first, and then with water you can lift off the color easily. I will do it in my whale so you can see it. And I'm going to color this one. This one is so cute, the eyes and everything, with yellow and the same blue that I created. Of course, if you feel confident, you can color these, or just you will color with other mediums, so you don't want to watch it, you can skip this part. I kept it inside because I'm always asked to keep the coloring parts, so I keep it as much as possible without making it boring. And here there were some green parts which made the fish very cute. So I even copied that. And here you see I can lift off the color very easily. I waited a little bit, it was dry, and with only water I just lifted it off very easily, and I got the shadowing effect that I wanted. And now I switch off to my other fish. I'm going to use some pink in this one, a little bit orange too maybe. I'm going to color the head with different colors. I'm being as colorful as I can, like I'm throwing out whatever color, vibrant colors. It will be a very vibrant page, this one. I also mixed a little bit orange in there, the dots and the head a little bit. And then lastly I'm going to paint the other fish. I use some blue, and I will make the lower part red. Again, I use the same color scheme on the stamp set that I find. If you're not confident with using colors, mixing them, don't be scared to copy things from other people. Sometimes it's nice and just to execute, not think about which color I'm going to use. I do it as well. It's totally fine. And to stick my images, I'm going to use this sticker machine that I bought, and I regret because I don't think it's so relevant or needed. By the way, this is another day, and I cut my finger while cooking, so sorry for the bandage, but it happens. And because it was watercolors, I didn't want to make a mess with matte medium. I wouldn't advise to use matte medium. You can use normal glue and be as neat as possible without damaging the background and making a mess. I used glue here on my veil because it didn't fit into that machine. And here I'm going to refine my background according to my fishes. I will use this pink again around this yellow one because it got lost a little bit behind in front of a yellow background. I want it to stand out properly. So I'm just taking the same pink that I took and working my around the fish to make it stand out. As long as I don't touch the fish won't be damaged or the colors won't be affected. And I'm just releasing water with my water brush. Arteza has these water brushes as well, or you can find them anywhere. They are the most popular now, but if you have other brushes, they work too. I just find these easier because there's water inside them and you can pump it easily. And I use a Kleenex to clean my water brush. It works very efficiently. And I will include also a little bit green here and there, again around my fish because they stand out more. And here too, as you see, the background is now a bit more colorful, more vibrant and nice. I think there was too much yellow too. And I took a little bit turquoise to again color here and there. I'm just also having fun with these gouache sets. The colors are so vibrant, it's nice to watch them color, and it's very meditative. I don't know you, but I find coloring very meditative. I'm going to stamp the sentiment of the same stamp set. It says nothing except blah blah blah. So these fish, I guess, speak in this language. I stamped the flowers that was on the veil separately. I just inked that part and it worked perfectly fine. I'm coloring them the same color that I see on the veil, and he looks perfect now. And inside I'm just touching with yellow. Now I'm going to use this sea star stamp. And I'm going to actually stamp it all around my page, making a nice border with these sea stars. And I will use different colors of distress oxides to do that. They look super nice, by the way. I didn't know if you stamp with them. They look very nice. It's kind of a chalky finish, but very vibrant. I was really happy with it. First, I thought I would stamp these stars and cut them, and then I looked at them and said, "You must be crazy. It's very hard to cut, and it's a lot of time spent." So I'm really happy how it turned out without having to cut them. As you see, the page comes together slowly with all these colors. I think this border made a big difference. Also, there is a lot of space, so it takes all the empty space away too, what is important. There were these bubbles with the fish stamp again. It's the same stamp set. I will also stamp these bubbles here and there as if they are coming from the fish or other animals in the sea. I use different colors of distress again. I love these colors: peacock feathers, broken china, also seedless preserves. And I decided to use this sentiment in parts in a couple of places more. Again, it will take away all this empty space in the middle. As you see, I stamp two of those and then one of those, only inking that part, and I'm going to do some black circles here and there, just to doodle. And finally, I'm going to make my frame with a little bit darker to draw the eye all inside and make a contrast with these bright colors. I'm using seedless preserves, distress oxide, and then I'm going to use peacock feathers, mix them all up and make a nice dual color border. I really love the combination of these two colors together and how they brought all these bright colors to the front. And here is the result. It's simple. I used only, I think, 3 main supplies. But I love the colors and the cute fish. Don't forget to use the code if you are going to buy from Arteza.